There have been times in my life when I have lost my cool. An invisible line in my head was crossed, and I was just coming out to fight. Usually it was around being accused of doing something I didn't do, and right there in the moment, I just was in a fighting mode. I think that's a common response when there's been an injustice or wrong accusation. A friend of mine was just telling me about a time when she was in high school, and there was a boy in her class that was just really thought a lot of himself and wasn't very nice to many of the people in the school. In fact, one day, my friend watched this boy steal something of another of her friends, and her friend arrived and didn't know where it was, the thing that he had stolen. And my friend ended up just walking straight over to the boy and punching him in the nose. This was a surprise. My friend is the nicest person I could imagine. But that's kind of what we do when we are encountering a world that shouldn't be the way it is. And that's part of what Micah is dealing with. We've been talking about Micah, the prophet, and he was living in a time where nothing seemed to be right. And yet Micah had this dream. This dream, he says, where swords are turned into plowshares and spears beaten into pruning hooks. This idea that everyone would have their own vineyard and their own fig tree under which to sit and relax, where everyone would be safe and there would be no more injustice. It's hard to maintain that kind of vision when you look out at the world, but Micah does it somehow, and he asks us to join him. He tells us that we have to be humble, we have to do justice, and we have to love kindness. And in this 3-week series, that's what we're talking about. This Sunday, in the do's and don'ts of times like these, recognizes that we live in a world that isn't perfect, that has a lot of injustices, and yet we have dreams. And so how do we make them real? And we're looking to see if Micah's advice doesn't get us somewhere. The advice this week we're looking at is to love kindness. That's what we're thinking about on Sunday. I hope you'll join us.